Hello and welcome back. I am Jules. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Whoa, I just vibrated everything. I apologize for not putting out a video last week, but I focused so much on my business type stuff last week that I had some stitching, but it wasn't a lot, and I didn't feel like I'd really be able to present a decent video to you guys with enough content. So I'm back this week with a bunch of news to tell you about. I have, let's see, I'm gonna say it's I say three this way, do it this way, but that hurts that. So three new things going on here. Number one, I am on the lookout for some FlossTube channels. I kind of prefer maybe some smaller, newer FlossTube channels that, and if you don't know what FlossTube is, it's basically like needlework, embroidery, cross stitch on YouTube. And so I am looking for some smaller channels who might be interested in stitching one of my designs. I would definitely be providing that complimentary. All I would ask is that you just stitch it or show your progress occasionally on your channel, show it to your viewers, and I would also talk about your channel too. Say, hey, so-and-so is doing this, go check it out. You know, this is what it looks like. So if you're interested, you know what, just pop me a comment down below and I'll reach out to you. I probably need emails or maybe Instagram. Instagram's a great way to get a hold of me, Stitching Jules Design. Links down below. If we want to reach out that way, that would be good. I'm really trying harder to get more done on Instagram. I'm not a big social media person. I know that sounds strange considering I've made like 300-400 videos on YouTube. I don't, nowadays I'm like, I kind of don't count YouTube as social media, but I think of it as like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those things. So the bird is very excited about me making this video this morning. If you can hear him, he's upstairs. But anyway, I felt like this would be a great way to get my patterns out to more people, but also really just expose more people to some FlossTube channels that maybe they've never heard of. Speaking of which, announcement number 2, I have been working more on the FlossTube channel list on my website at stitchingjules.com. All you have to do is you go to the stitchingjules.com, again, link down below, and you basically go in there and just go up to like where it says cross stitch, click on that, it'll drop down, you can see the FlossTube channel list. I keep saying over 800. I know there's over 800 channels on there, but I've been adding some here and there over the last month or so. I added about a half dozen today. If I haven't added your channel, don't worry, I'm getting to it. It's just a little meticulous. It kind of takes, is it meticulous? I would like to say meticulosity. The meticulosity, or meticulousness that is needed to do it is difficult from a brain perspective for me, or has been lately. But I am getting better, and I am figuring this stuff out. So that is something that check out, because I've had people say, I don't know of any. There's hardly any FlossTube channels, or I don't know of very many. Man, I gotta tell you, when I started looking again, I mean, there's got to be over 1,000. So I'm going to be chipping away at this list. And there are some amazing channels. There are some channels that have started like a year and a half ago and already have like 10. They already have more subscribers than I do. So, so good for them. And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, and I will apologize with this, is that my content has not been as consistent and as of good a quality as it used to be in the past. There have been some, how can I say this? Loss of focus and also just some health issues that have caused me to not be real focused on the channel. All those things are getting better. I'm feeling a lot better. My motivation is coming back, and I have a lot of time. And that leads into announcement number 3. Ow, 3. How about if I do 3? I don't know, does that work? I am probably thinking, likely, planning on bringing back the Stitch With Me's. Not the live ones, not the ones where we can chit chat and whatnot. That's still something that I probably, if I ever do it, I'll probably just do it on my Patreon account. Again, link down below. We'll talk about that later. But the Stitch With Me is where I just kind of stitch on something and talk through it. It would be, I think, another way that I could demonstrate my patterns and show you guys how fun they are, how easy they are to stitch up, how good they look. And I stitch every day. I stitch for hours every day. Why not record at least some of it? So I got more inspiration on that because lately I've been watching or listening to a lot of play with me's on certain video game channels that I enjoy, and there are ones we have different series for different games. So I'm like, well, we can, I mean, I kind of did that in the past. I have a lot of old Stitch With Me's, but I can basically just call it like Stitch With Me Cowboy #1, you know, and go through there, so that if you don't want to watch Cowboy, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't want to watch Cowboy, you can, you know, find something else that you like. So yeah, we'll see, because I think I can do this. I think I know I want to, and I definitely need to get back into this channel and really start focusing again on putting out more content, connecting with you guys out there. I had lost touch over the last couple of years. Way too much stress in my life that I've now corrected greatly. So anyway, so there's that. That was a lot of talking in the beginning. Let me show you the two patterns that I have been focusing on this week, the last 2 weeks. I'm at 89% on Sun Worship. Super glad and excited. She is coming along beautifully. And I am so close. I'm about 3,000 stitches done. And I look at it and I'm like, there's no way there's 3,000 stitches left. So maybe it's less than that. I have no idea. Pattern Keeper tells me it's 3,000. We'll see. But I've been chipping away at her and trying to get her done. I mean, honestly, when I look at it, I'm like, I got maybe 1,000 stitches left. Maybe there's just stuff that I haven't highlighted somewhere. I have to look. But anyway, so there's that. So she's almost done. And I'm very excited for her to be done. She needs to be done in the next couple of weeks or so, and I got to get her framed. We got the Needlework Expo at the end of August. That's a direct to shops market kind of a things, virtual, online. So you guys unfortunately cannot attend. But if you want your local stitching store to carry some of my stuff, reach out and let them know. Just shoot me an email or whatever you're in next time. Say, hey, you know what? Stitch and Jules Design has a lot of great designs, and I would buy here, you know, maybe. And no, I'm kidding. I would buy here definitely if you carried some of the designs. Man, I got a lot of reflections going on. I can see a lot of reflections on Wolf. I'm resetting up the lights, and it's hard when you have glass covered things behind you not to have that glare. I'm going to have to work on how to get that fixed. But I needed to bring in a lot more let there be light. Uh-oh. And I almost dropped the second project that I need to show you. And the second project I need to show you is the one that, man, I'm so excited. I am, what is it, 80? No, 70? I forget. It's about 7,000 stitches left. Cowboy is coming along beautifully. And so, let's see. Can you really see him? Yeah, you can see him like that. Cool. So, Cowboy is another one of my designs. And it's a monochromatic design, meaning it's just one color you're stitching with. I stitch with 310 DMC, and I'm stitching on some fabric. One would think that I would remember and shout out the person I got the fabric from, but I cannot remember. It was Etsy, and it was kind of like a coffee stain kind of look, but it just was perfect for Cowboy. And so I am super excited to get him done. I'm basically, this is 28 count. I want to say 28 count Lugana, and I'm stitching him 1/1, so that means I'm taking one strand of floss and stitching over, just like doing one square at a time. I'm not making like 2 squares to be one stitch, just one square. And I'm doing him in a half stitch. Half stitch is basically for speed. you know, I've got a lot of projects I want to finish. So I definitely need to, you know, get them done. And so, but anyway, so there he is. I'm really hoping that I can get him done by the next video. I really look forward in the next couple of weeks to get both of these done. We're going to move on to some new projects at that time. So, or some old ones that I hadn't finished yet. So we're going to see here. If there's a project that you would like me to do, if I'm contemplating, should I work on, I almost feel like I should bring back Old World Map for one of these Stitch With Me's and do that, because it's still gorgeous, it's still beautiful. And even though I really need to focus on all the stuff I have, like for my own business, to me, Old World Map 2 is sort of, it's kind of like the backbone of my channel, the spine of my channel that really kind of kick things off. So, you know, bringing that back would be something that I definitely need to look at. So we'll see. Just keep an eye out, because you never know when I may pop one of these out at some point going forward. So we'll see how well it works. I need to exercise my voice more. The more I've been exercising I was getting like a hoarse throat. I wasn't talking enough during the day. And so I hope my voice will be improved over time. We'll see. Okay. Oh, so I am also, okay, so let's talk about store news, my store. Let me show you the 2 new patterns that I have created this week. One of them is actually a modification of an older pattern. I think that one is like Knowledge and Wisdom. But I did this to it. So what I did was, it's on my site, it has like a yellowish background that just fills the whole thing out. And not everybody wants to stitch the yellow. Some people may want to stitch this on like some dyed fabric or some different colored fabric to just really make it their own. So I removed all the background and I redid it, made it maybe a little bit smaller. Right now this is 120 by 196 with only 11 colors. So a lot of it, as you can see, is the really dark stuff. But the saying is, knowledge comes from learning, wisdom comes from living. And so that's my owl. That's my friendly, educational owl, inspirational owl. So there's that one. And then the second one is a new monochrome. I have been going through all my patterns and been redoing well, not all of them, but redoing the covers for the ones that I know that I'm going to be selling. Well, I hope that I'm going to be selling to stores, starting with Expo coming up. And I've been retooling them so that they are, of course I don't think I have the one that I was showing the printer. I have a local printer that I want her to be the one to print the covers, because honestly it's a lot of ink. And you know, I mean, imagine if I just kept doing that for however many, you know, if I sold 10, I might blow out one of my cartridges. So I don't want to do that. But I've been going through and I've been retooling the pictures so that they look more presentable, more professional. Presentation has always been like, the visual presentation has my whole life has been something I've struggled with trying to get right. And so as you notice from this one, like I'm adding these frames to them to provide some context, to provide a little bit of, you know, you can kind of imagine what it's going to look like, you know, down the road when you get it framed. But so that's what I'm waiting on her to get back to me, because we're trying out some different paper, and apparently paper is really hard to get right now. I did not know that until very recently, but there's a big paper shortage going on. Not 100% sure why at this point. But anyway, I got a new monochrome. Oh, so the story was as I was going through and I was looking for some old patterns to pull up and redo some things, I found some patterns that I did not realize that I had just never, gosh darn it, that I had never actually put on the store. And sea turtle, the colored sea turtle, is one of those. And yet again, this week I have not put, okay, I gotta write, where's my pen? Pencil, sea turtle. All right, by the time this video comes up, sea turtle should be up on the store as a colored cross stitch pattern. I'm blaming just the lack of brain cells that have just, they're not talking to each other, they're trying to, but anyway, so I found this, I call it, it's like a monochrome sketch. So it's like a black and white, it is a monochrome, but it's just has more of a sketch look to it. And this is just yet another one of the Lincoln. I love the Lincoln Memorial. I think it's beautiful. But here it is. It is bigger, so it's 514 by 278. It is a bigger project for sure. There is a lot of stitching when you come to like the dark spots. There's a lot of stitching there, but it's just cool, and I love it. I get these pattern ideas or these images from either public domain or sites in which I have permission to do this. We'll just say that. I don't want to tell everybody where I get my stuff from, but I make sure that I have permission. So, because I'm not a big fan of copyright infringement on any other artist. So, which is a big reason why I've never shown you guys my Robin Williams cross stitch that I have. Well, I haven't stitched it because it's more of a personal project for me at some point, and I can't really sell it because they've copyrighted or they've trademarked everything having to do with Robin Williams, and so I can't. I have a really great monochrome design for him, and maybe, I mean, at some point, once I get past the big hump phase of this, maybe I'll try and stitch him up at some point, but I got too many other things to do right now. So those are the two new patterns, plus we're gonna have Sea Turtle, apparently, that I haven't put up yet. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. So I'm feeling really a lot more energetic. I'm feeling better. I still, like, you know, I was up at like 6 this morning, went for a short walk. Walking is hard, man. When you haven't been walking in a while, my husband has been encouraging me to get up. Of course, get up, but you know, to actually, like, when I first get up in the morning, just go for a short walk, just see how it goes. And I've done some, you know, I've done walks as long as an hour and as short as 10 minutes, and the knees are not liking it a whole lot. And I think I've tightened up a muscle in my hip. I'm falling apart, people, and so it's just crazy. So anyway, there we go. But anyway, but things are getting better, and I have all these ideas of things that I would like to do. I just need to push through with them. I still am going to be spending a lot of time working on the store, working on the business side of things, because that is my focus. I want and need for that to be my business, and like my full-time job in a sense. And so I really, really want that to work. So let me know if you guys have any ideas, suggestions, and hopefully we see a lot more of each other coming up soon here. All right, guys, have a great day. Oh, wait, one more. One last thing. You can see I'm wearing my overshirt. It's 70 degrees as a high today in Colorado, where I live in suburban Denver. Last night we had a huge rainstorm. I think I slept through that. The night before we had a huge rainstorm. I did not sleep through that because the lightning, like, scared me. Well, it didn't scare me. It shocked me so much. And I'm laying in bed, and then the crash, I thought it was right outside the house, and I was like, boop, like bounced off the bed. It's crazy. So yeah, so it's been awesome, nice and cool. And I mean, when I get the overshirt on, it's like it's stitching weather, people. We got football season, then we got hockey season, but through all that, stitching season. Okay. Anyway, all right. I'll stop rambling. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Happy stitching. Be good to each other. Be safe. And I'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Bye.